Check out the latest highlights from the Nourishing You podcast.
It's not talked about very often right now, but it's long hauler issues. And for those that have been affected with the recent infectious environment through the pandemic, there are some people really struggling and looking for answers and looking for alternatives to what's being offered to them. So still somewhat sensitive, but we're going to do the best we can to talk about that today. So let's start off, Dr. Hedberg. Can you tell us what you've seen in your practice with your patients related to the symptoms that they're coming to you with that are involved with this?
Right. We've known for a long time that infections trigger chronic illness. So any kind of infection, virus, bacteria, parasite, can trigger autoimmune diseases, chronic illnesses, all kinds of symptoms, mystery illnesses. And so this is really no different. There's just some differences specifically in how this manifests, but we're really looking at some overlap with things like chronic fatigue syndrome and mast cell activation syndrome and autoimmunity. And so we see mostly fatigue. That's really number one. That's going to be the most common symptom in long haulers. And then there's just kind of this broad range of symptoms. It can be brain fog. It can be gut issues, hypothyroidism, memory issues, sleep problems like insomnia, depression, anxiety. There's a whole host of symptoms there that we see after infections like this.
If you enjoyed this short episode, check out our full library on our NAMP YouTube channel, where you can catch up or learn more. Keep in mind that the information on the NAMP podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical or legal advice. The NAMP is not liable or responsible for any harm, damage, or illness arising from the use of the information contained herein. By listening to the information on this podcast, you agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless the NAMP and all agents. Copyright NAMP, all rights reserved.